everybody, and welcome to day 12. We are halfway through already. The month is flying by and we've got so much more in store for you. Today we're introducing a bit of equipment. I'm just going to use a 5k plate. Now, I appreciate that not everyone's going to have a 5k plate just kicking around the house, but you could just use anything really, just anything with a bit of weight to it. Or those of you with gym memberships, there's nothing stopping you going down and doing this workout at your local gym. So let me just talk you through the workout. Today is a slightly different split. We have a 45-second working period with a 15-second transition. Now this is literally not really enough time to call a rest. It's just enough time for you to catch your breath before we start the next exercise. Because whilst we're using equipment, I don't want you to injure yourselves by being too fatigued during each of them. So the first exercise that we're going to do, of the 6 that I have planned, is a thruster. So with a thruster, you push your bottom backwards, keeping the weight at your chest level. You drive your bum back and you drive it up. Now with this one, it's about speed. Remember, you're trying to get your heart rate up. Heart rate up means burning calories, and that's what we need. So weight here, drive, push, push. Please don't hit yourselves in the face. Now with this one, the important thing to remember is that you're not pushing your knees forwards. So any of you have got babies, you know that kind of bouncing movement you do? Don't do that, because you're really putting a lot of pressure on your kneecaps. Push your bottom backwards and then drive up. And if you really want to get the most benefit from this, feel like you're trying to drive your knees out slightly whilst you're doing it, and that will just engage your glutes a bit more. The next exercise is a lunge and swing. So we're going to do a jump lunge, rotating the weight up and overhead a bit like we're trying to draw a rainbow with the weight. So nice and low, up and over with the weight. You're trying to leave the floor, and you'll feel this is working the shoulders and your obliques and your legs. The next exercise is an overhead lunge. So the weight is going to go over your head. Make sure that you're not arching your back, but you're tucking your bottom under and drawing the rib cage in so that everything is nice and tight and you're protecting your lower back. From here, you step back into 90-degree lunge with the weight in the front heel and drive up. The next exercise after that is a figure of 8. Now we're going to use the plate, and you're going to imagine that you're drawing a figure of 8. Now I always like to think of this one as having a big wet tea towel and imagining that you're whipping it on the floor. So if I show you the movement, you bring it down, up and over, here comes the tea towel, whack it down on the floor, and then the other side. So you imagine that you're trying to knock the water out of your tea towel. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is a low squat. Now with this one, you can either have the weight in front of your chin, or if you have the flexibility for it, stretch it out overhead. So you're either going to be here, and you're trying to get your bottom as close to the floor as you can, and then drive up. If you can, you're here, and you come down nice and low, and drive it up. So take either option, either holding it at chest level or overhead. So with that one, we are going to come down onto the floor, and we're going to do a triple crunch. Sounds like a really delicious chocolate bar, but I'm afraid it's not as nice as that. So arms overhead, you're going to have the weight so that you can't see the ceiling. You're going to crunch straight up. Now you might only manage an inch. Tiny little movement. From there you go in line with your knees and you crunch slightly forwards. And from there you come all the way up and come back down. Small, mid-range, full. Small, mid-range, full. Now those are the 6 exercises, and you're going to do each of those for 45 seconds with a 15-second break. So that will take you 6 minutes, and you're going to do 3 rounds. So the whole workout will take 18 minutes. Now, those of you that actually come along to the classes will know that I use a phone app called Seconds Pro, and you can just buy that off App Store. Some of you may have a Gym Boss. You can just watch a clock if you want. Some of you won't take your eyes off the clock, you'll just literally be watching it for that exercise to finish. But with these 15-second, 45 seconds, it does get confusing if you haven't got something beeping at you telling you to stop, particularly on the last round. So then you can set it up and it will beep every 45 seconds, every 15 seconds, so you know to change. So good luck.